Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. I can't be more bullish, and I want to give you a lot of alpha in this video. Now, the reason I started this channel is because I wanted to share my research and my knowledge with my community and get you in that 10% club. 90% of all crypto investors lose money, and I want to change that. And that's why I make videos like this full of alpha. You know, a lot of people tell you what you want to hear, but I don't do that. But you need to hear me out for this video. And if you don't understand something, rewind the video or do some research. But I'm going to give you some alpha that will really help you a lot. Now, when I made that thumbnail, that was to get your attention. But the truth is, the majority of people watching this video are going to wreck themselves. And they're going to keep doing exactly what got you here. Now, if you're doing well, by all means, keep doing it. And matter of fact, send me a video and let's talk. But if you're not doing well, I highly recommend you spend this downtime to educate yourself, maybe get a different strategy and a different game plan. You know, that old saying, keep doing what you always done, get what you always got. Well, guys, this bull run is even going to get more intense, but I believe more of the same. We've had like 3 different times where everyone's bags were pumping and most people didn't take profits. Most people thought it was going to keep going up. Well, guys, they showed us how the big money just rolls in and out of different projects. We understand that the best performing projects are the new tokens for the most part that have never experienced a bull run. And I don't think that's going to change. But anyway, I'm going to give you a lot of alpha. Guys, stay with me. You need to hear me out because I can't be more bullish. And we're going to zoom out. And I want you to understand how the smart money thinks. And we know that they know exactly how you think. So they're just going to keep taking from retail. So we want to play their game, not the retail game. And that should get you in that 10% club. So hit the like button. If I trigger you, hit the unlike button. It's all good. But guys, I really am here to give you some alpha. Now, what you see on the screen is one of my watch lists. It's the more conservative plays. And we're going to end up looking at a chart and talking about BGB, that exchange, Bitget, because what they are doing signifies how the game works. Now, it's just one part, but guys, you need to understand all the ways they can manipulate you, and then it will start to make sense, and you'll change the way you think, especially when it comes to creating your game plan and taking profits. All right. Now, right now, fear and greed is low. I love that. I wish it would go to 5 or something. Every day that we get into this bull market and the prices are down makes me more excited. I am more bullish right now than I've been. I'm more bullish than yesterday and the week before and the month before that and the year before that. So if you're not bullish, guys, I don't understand it. I really don't. Now, the last chart I just showed you doesn't even represent right here, guys. We are literally at the bottom of the fear and greed index. You know, I did a video months ago talking about if someone just waited to buy in the orange and sold in the green, they would just kill it, right? They would do extremely well. But most people are going to wait for this to turn yellow, maybe even light green, and then they'll start buying again, just like the thumbnail says. You know, you're probably going to wreck yourself and fudge this up. I hope you don't, and that's why I made this video. Now, look at this chart, guys. This is from Raoul Hall. He's a very intelligent multimillionaire, if not a billionaire. And I tend to listen to people like that. I know a lot of people don't like people with Wall Street backgrounds, but people like Raul and the people I listen to, none of them are sitting around crying and whining. They understand the game. And what he said, I think everyone needs to hear. It says, you guys all need to learn patience. This what this was 2017, very similar macro structure, right? This is what he's showing. This is the 2017 bull run. He said we had, what does that say? 28% full pullbacks. Most lasted 2 or 3 months. We've had at least three, maybe five already. And I believe we're going to have probably at least two more. Depends on how long this one lasts. But alt saw a 65% correction, and it was all noise. They absolutely ripped after every one of those pullbacks. Just keep that in mind, guys. Now, I love this chart because I believe it matches up really, really well to the last bull run in 2021. Look at this, guys. I mean, look at these boxes. They compare. I believe there's a good chance we're about right there. And I believe there's a good above average chance, and I play the probabilities that that's what we see. Now, it could turn from here, it could go down, it could go outside the box, which that's what you want to see right there, that little wick. Those are always telling you that you might get a reversal. And so if we're right and this chart ends up like this one, most people are going to regret not at least stacking something at these prices. Now, Stan Crypto is the one that created that chart. And I tell you guys, he's a lot like me. Not a lot of people love him. He's very cut and dry. He's direct and blunt, more so than me, if you can believe that. He's not, he didn't create his channel to tell you what you want to hear and pump it to huge numbers. He tells you what he believes, and he uses a lot of facts, and he does a lot of deep dives. But what I like about the chart I just showed you, he went back on X and started surfing around back when we were having a big pullback in 2021. And he gave a lot of examples about what people were saying. And it's just like now. People were crying, there's no altcoin season. This bull run is over. Things are different, whatever. And just like this guy, it says, the funny thing is, I was really happy to see this bloody dump. It's healthy. During a bull market that the way there are corrections from 20 to 30% or even more, get get time to buy the dip. Guys, and he matched those guys' sayings to the charts, and they all nailed it. Well, guys, they're saying the same exact thing right now, for whatever that's worth. Okay, now in this chart, what I want you to get is a takeaway is when you see these big spikes in USDT, a lot of times you're going to get a reversal. And the USDT dominance basically tells you when people are adding to crypto and when people are taking profits. Right now, they are taking profits. So when you see USDT dominance going up, it has an inverse relationship with altcoins. It means altcoins are going down. But here's the good news. Money is not leaving crypto. It just went from your wallet to someone else's wallet, and they stacked it. They took profits. But all that liquidity is going to come back into crypto. Think about it, guys. Yes, a lot of retail does not have money to get back into crypto. But all those people that made a huge amount of money that is sitting up here in stable coins and have a lot of dry powder, they're going to keep playing the game. And the game is going to have a blow off top. I believe that 100%. And here's the choice. Okay, if you don't agree with that, Well, either make a game plan to help you succeed if that's the case. But if you don't believe that, why stay in crypto? I'm going to ride this bull run, this altcoin season, or this cycle, whatever you want to call it, until it's game over. And now, if we get into 2026, especially a month or two, and there was no altcoin season or nothing's, really pumped like we thought, hey, okay, I was wrong. That's just the risk we have to take. But guys, I don't believe that's true. We haven't seen anything yet come out of the White House. We haven't really seen them lower rates like Trump wants. The dollar's not dropping that hard yet, and Trump wants that. Trump is going to lower gas prices and he is going to print money. There probably will be inflation, but there's going to be a ton of liquidity moving into these markets. The government's going to start, our government's going to print money, the M2 money supply, the global money supply, everything is going to rip. The other countries are going to start to print money as well. And I believe that the U.S. economy is going to be explosive and all assets across the board, stocks, real estate, crypto, you name it, is going to rip. And we're going to see a massive amount of liquidity come into these markets in the next 4 years. The downside is, thus far, crypto is cyclical. So we may not catch but the beginning part of it. But I believe we're still going to have a massive altcoin season. Now, it will probably look different. The 40 million tokens out there are not just going to all do 15, 20Xs. But if you pick the right horses, I think you'll do extremely well. All right, let's dive into some of the whales, the way they think, the exchanges and the market makers, etc. We're going to talk about Bitget. Now, before I dive into it, I want to tell you about a conversation I just had with Grok. But I wanted to highlight something that he said to me, and it's not to brag or anything else. But, one thing when you talk about a non-biased smart entity, they understand BS. And when I use Grok and I make a statement, I say, prove me right, prove me wrong, give me the bullet points on both. But one thing he said to me, he said, your background screams you've seen this before. They pump, retail chases, then they short the drop. October's 56% crash recovered fast, suggesting they've got the muscle to stabilize or manipulate the price. Now, what I had said to Grok was that I believe what's going on right now in a lot of the exchanges and a lot of everything to do with crypto. And I used Bitget because if you look at this chart, this thing has absolutely been ripping, had that pullback. And this is the first time it's really gave us a chance. And I've had it on my watch list for a long time. But hear me out. This is an exchange with some powerhouse market makers and a huge supply. They can manipulate the the price at any time. And they start to buy their own projects or they hold back their supply. They work with the market makers to make everything go up. And then retail jumps in and look at this rip. Now, this is what they all do. It's not just the exchanges, it's the insiders. It's any whale. He may do it at a smaller market because, a guy with $10 million dollars is not going to push, a top 50 token around, but he can go jump in a 10 million or a 20 million or $50 million project and push it around just like a massive hedge fund on Wall Street. So what they do, they get that token humping, right? They're making money with their supply. The market makers are pushing it up. They're making money. So they know, hey, I'm going to go ahead and pull out and I'm going to dump. I'm going to take my profits. And before they do, they put on a short. And so therefore, they almost guarantee that they're going to make money on the way up and make money on the way down. It sounds criminal. And maybe it is, but that's how the world works. No one cares about retail. They care about their own money. So think about it. That's why these projects are going to always come back. And that's why I tell people take your initial investment out as soon as you can, take profits along the way, play their game. Don't play your hodl game from some retail influencers that have told you know what you own and hodl. That's the easiest and almost a guarantee way to get wrecked. 90% of all projects don't hit a new all-time high in their second bull run. So why would someone hodl for 4 or 5 years hoping that their project is the exception? It's crazy. All right. So I'm looking to stack some Bitget right here shortly. I'm watching that chart every day, and when I think it finds a bottom, I'm going to DCA in slowly. ONDO, right now, we can buy it under $1. I believe ONDO is the best real world asset investment. It's the best risk reward. Maybe you don't get life changing gains, but it has its own layer one. This thing could get to 40 billion or higher, in my opinion. And I have no doubt that real world assets is going to be one of the hottest sectors, quite frankly, not only in this bull run, but in the next bull run and even the one after that. But we'll see how that all plays out. I only care about this bull run. Now, here's another point. I've been putting this on my radar since it launched, and I've been waiting for a pullback. I probably should have bought back then. Hindsight. I haven't bought yet, but I want to buy this project. It's basically a real world asset new project, and what they do is intellectual property tokenization. If you have an interest, dig into it. But the point and the reason I really put this on here is, guys, the new projects in the hot narratives is where the life changing gains can come from. These old tokens are not going to give you life changing gains, no matter what people tell you, especially when they're already in like the top 10 market cap. They're just not going to do it unless you are putting in a ton of money. And most people are not doing that because they just don't have it. Now, hopefully, this gave you a lot of alpha. That being said, I do one on one coaching. I have a coaching course. I have a lot of options for people. I just started my inner circle, and I would love you to be part of it. Like I said, my goal is to get you in that 10% club. If you need someone to help you going through your portfolio, helping you with get a game plan and a profit taking strategy, I want to be there for you. So email me. I'll leave a link at the end and down in the description, and I'll tell you about my services. Now, whether you take me up on that or not, guys, do yourself a favor. Get a strategy and not from someone else's. Do your own research. See if things make sense like what I said, right? And no matter what your strategy is, stick to it and take profits. If you don't take profits, you're going to become the profits. I can't say that enough, guys. Again, I want everyone to get in that top 10%. I can't be more bullish. I hope that these red circles get bigger and bigger, and I hope it's 3 months before they pump. Now, I do expect a bounce right here. It's all but guaranteed. It's not financial advice, but how can I possibly say that? Well, let's use Bitget. If they are doing what I suspect they're doing, and if they're not doing it, a lot of projects have been doing it, a lot of whales, a lot of hedge funds, a lot of market makers, a lot of exchanges. Well, when they go short, guys, they have to cover. So when they take profits, boom, you have to get a bounce. They've already sold it, so they have to go into the market and buy. So now that doesn't mean that when we get a bounce that's telling you, just like we just had like what a week ago, we bounced for like 3 days, everybody jumped back in and boom, we're back down. I don't see any of these altcoins starting to rip. I don't see altcoin season being here tomorrow. Bitcoin dominance is way too strong. And the big money is not going to take their money out of Bitcoin yet to throw them into altcoins. And most people looking to buy altcoins are either out of money or just too scared. But the people that have dry powder that start dollar cost averaging into this bottom, into projects that they have strong conviction in, I think they're going to do immensely well. That being said, guys, whether you take me up on coaching or anything I've said to you, I want you to think about something. Why would you be buying a project right now? And if you believe that we're going to have a bull run and a big explosive upside like I do, and it goes against you, why would you dump it? That makes no sense. You buy low, you buy the red candles. When they start to turn green, when you start seeing the charts that I showed you, like on fear and greed right here, when you start seeing this right here get light green and then dark green, start peeling off those profits, guys, because look, no matter what, they're coming back. They always do. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the unlike button. Tell me what you think. And either way, come back and be part of this community. Hopefully, I'll see you in the with my coaching or in the inner circle. But guys, I'm here to give you as much alpha as I can. I can't be more bullish. And it's go time, guys. Do yourself a favor, get you a game plan, start doing some research, and stick to it because I'm bullish, guys. Take care.